think this is good. I think this is fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. No, it's not. Everything is fine. Okay. Everything is fine. このコマ、ダサヨコマです。よろしく。I think, okay, so you're not alright, are you? Yeah. Ano nangyari? I think anyone who caught my very first stream would instantly recognize this loading screen. I think you guys know what I'm coming from. Especially Amori. You probably recognize this loading screen. And you'd be surprised if I pull up this stupid looking thing. Okay, hello guys. Hello everyone. Yes, the war flashbacks. So, I think... Wait, what day is it? What day was it? Yeah, there's two things why I cancelled my stream on Wednesday. Did the stuff get Thanos snapped? I accidentally did. That's the thing, okay. That's kind of spoiling the thing, but not really, because yeah, we need the... Because the context is something did happen, like IRL stuff. Yeah, just a tiny bit inconvenience. Okay, so let's not talk about that because it's something happened in this house. So let's talk about what happened to the second one. The second thing happened. I was setting up my stream. Oh yeah, I forgot to, before everything else, yeah. This is going to be a short stream because I haven't set up anything. I haven't set up anything yet. Okay, so what happened? I was setting up my stream for the Wednesday, and suddenly my PC started going nuts. Like, I thought something broke again. Yeah, I thought something broke. And I was talking to a friend, like I described what was happening. And he's like, that's either your CPU doing that, or you have a defective motherboard. What was happening is... oh, hey, hello, Butiki. What was happening is... out of fucking nowhere, the PC shuts down, but the LEDs, or what we call the RGB gaming peripherals inside the tower, inside the PC itself, stays lit and the fans are spinning, but the display is turned off alongside the mouse and keyboard. I can't even turn it off, or what is it, using the buttons from the PC. and we were on the edge of like calling it quits. Like, okay, shall we just buy another thing? You should talk to the seller and request an RMA or something like refund or replacement. And it just happened that at that time we were talking about something alongside the BIOS thingy, about the motherboard, and it just happened. Okay, so I'm gonna go tech talk or PC talk. Do you have a warrant? Why do I need a warrant? I'm not gonna arrest anything or anyone, hey. I don't need any warrant. So yeah, oh shit, why is this thing so basic? Okay, we were like arguing about stuff like it has something to do with the BIOS. I was like, no, it's not the BIOS. If it's the BIOS, then why did the PC run on its first week? And what is it? Yeah, I even got to stream with it. That's the problem. That was my problem with that. I even got to stream with it, like playing Valorant with my boy Hey and my fellow admin Amori on a test stream. We were doing stuff I did it as a stress test, and it went really well. And I was even playing Apex on after that. I played a lot of Apex and shit. War flashbacks. And another thing just happened. Like I noticed that I wonder if I can show the. Okay, so I have this Ryzen 5 2600, and the new GPU is 6500 XT, and it is paired with a motherboard that's a B450. And according to the seller, the BIOS version is updated. Pretty much it supports the latest Ryzen CPU lineups and stuff. And I asked like, so does it support the older generations like Zen 1 or Zen 2? And the seller was like, only one way to find out. Just buy it, bitch. Just fucking buy it and test it yourself, bitch. Nah, it didn't go like that. But yeah, it did sound like that, the way the seller said it. Like, I asked the seller if the previous generation of Ryzen still have the support, and they just told me like, actually we don't know. We're not really sure about that because we only tested the current supported CPU, yeah, which is a Ryzen 5600. because yeah, the motherboard was updated to have the support for the latest stuff. Just buy it, bitch. TLDR, they don't know if the BIOS doesn't support the older version of Ryzen. Yes, exactly. They weren't sure. And me and that friend of mine was talking about it, like he even mentioned that there has to be some kind of a possibility that that BIOS version doesn't have any support for the older version of Ryzen CPUs. So I checked the website to prove that it has nothing to do with the BIOS. And yes, it does have something to do with the fucking BIOS. Like, damn. I've never felt so disappointed in my life before. So it is said in that website that if you're gonna install that certain version of the motherboard's BIOS, it's not you should not pair it with something Ryzen 2000 series below. So it doesn't have the it doesn't have a full support for the current BIOS version doesn't have a full support for the current CPU I have. So oh, I skipped the very important part of it. We didn't know that was the case up until like around Thursday evening. So my friend kinda told me that, what if you just install a fresh copy of Windows? That might help. That should help. A fresh install of Windows will help. I did. And I noticed as I was configuring the BIOS setup for the boot drive, it still happened. I got black screen and nothing else. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What is happening? And I thought the motherboard was pretty much broken, because that thing only occurred during after I swapped the motherboard to the new one, and I wasn't experiencing it on the previous motherboard that I was using. And yeah, another thing is yeah, I got to install the thing. I did install a fresh copy of Windows, hoping that if it's gonna eventually fix itself. So I did, and fortunately it was kind of successful. But 10 minutes later, symptoms came back, and we were like, yeah, it is the motherboard. Motherboard is broken. It's the motherboard. And yeah, that's what that's basically what we thought. But yeah, after that we were talking about motherboard, something CPU, and BIOS compatibility issues. And yeah, it just happened that we talked about that, and we were arguing if it has something to do with the BIOS version, the compatibility between the BIOS version and the CPU. So I checked the official website for ASRock, specifically for the BIOS updates for that certain motherboard that I got, and it said there that if you're going to update into that BIOS, do not pair it with this CPU lineup. So basically, you can't use AMD A series. You can't use Ryzen 1000 series. You can't use Ryzen 2000 series. It only supports Ryzen 3000 series up to the very latest versions, which is the, I think, 5000 series. Okay, and I was so glad that I finally found what was wrong with it. So yeah, the motherboard is not broken, it's just the BIOS version is not compatible with my current CPU. Yes, due to the BIOS being latest, the specs of that BIOS didn't match yours. Yes, it's basically that. Yeah, and so I swapped the motherboard to the previous motherboard I was using, which is a MSI B350. A not so very powerful motherboard, if I'm gonna say it, because it's an older and pretty much not so optimized for heavy, intense, epic gaming moments. And the problem was solved, or so I thought. This is where the fun part happened, and I was like, yes, I solved the fucking problem. Oh shit, there's another one. So yeah, I reinstalled Windows, like I think 3 times already. Yeah, a series of very unfortunate events. So I think you guys know what else just happened, because yeah, look at the green screen and look at this fucking intro. A bunch of fucking important stuff for my stream assets. I forgot to back up the thing. So I lost my I lost all my other stuff, especially a huge portion of my work in progress for the future stuff, like covers and stuff, videos, like the other gameplays that I recorded that I was planning to dump everything on Hay so he can edit it for me. I lost everything, dude. Fuck. I lost it. Oi. Oi. You did not lose the overlays files, right? I did. There's a reason I'm on a green screen right now. That's pretty much the reason why I'm using green screen and this very old intro, this one. Oh my god, I almost broke my neck. What the fuck was that? And the worst part of it is like I have like a fuck ton of VSTs installed in my fucking recording software. I have like 50 different software that I use for my mixing stuff, my something effects and stuff. I lost it. And I'm back into pretty much it's back to zero. Well, I mean for the games, for my Steam games, it's everything is installed in a separate drive, so yeah, it's fine. I guess I can still stream games this next week, next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday. Akuma's laughing through the pain. I'm crying laughing, dude. And yeah, it's like you solve the problem not knowing, creating a lot of side effects. And yeah, so I even have a fucking ready to upload stuff. I think there's 3 or 4 videos that it's all 15 minutes. It's all 15 minutes long. It's like compilations of shit posts and stuff, of just me going apeshit on stream and stuff. It's a collections of that. Other stuff is like just me playing. Wait, what was that? What was that game again? It is wait, what was it? Oh yeah, the Vampire Masquerade? Was it that? Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt and something. What was that? What was that game? Wait, let me check my Steam, because damn, I forgot what game was that. Oh yeah, the Black Desert Online. Damn, I have like a fucking 3 hours gameplay recorded, and those are another 3 separate videos. All of it are like 3 hours long videos that I was gonna send to Hay so he can edit it for me. Gone. Everything's gone. Yeah. Damn. Ah! I hate it. I hate it, bruh. I hate it so much. But I think I can properly come back next week, June 1st. I still have a lot of shit to install. Like, I haven't even oh, I think it automatically installs the game once you redirect the Steam folder. Explains why I play a lot of Apex this past few days, because I made it my what is it? Something like a benchmark if my PC will crash, if it will do the stuff like, am I gonna get a blue screen or not? Am I gonna get any crash, or will my PC freeze or stuff? And fortunately, yeah, it didn't. I didn't get any errors from that. But yeah, even though I got some of the stuff installed, yeah, there's still a lot of especially the overlay. The what is it? The the what is it? What was that thing again? The plushie? Gun. The boba tea? Gun. No more aesthetic. I lost my stream aesthetic. That's why we're using green screen. So, what did we learn? Always check the compatibility of stuff you're buying if you're upgrading your PC or replacing stuff for the sake of compatibility and stuff. Because you may thought this shit is compatible with that shit, but turns out it's not. It's not really compatible. Just like this fucking motherboard and my CPU. They're supposed to have support for the CPU lineup, but that certain BIOS version is not really that. It's not really that. And always talk to the seller if this stuff will work with your stuff. And always, okay, this is for the, what is it? To my fellow PC enthusiasts, just those who are just starting in the realm of PC building. Yeah, always check the BIOS version go to your motherboard's official website. One thing you can do to check your BIOS version is click Windows plus R, then just type anong ulit yun? System info ba yun? System information ba yun? Was it system information? Yeah, it is system information. Or you can just, if you're using Windows, to those who are in PC or laptop, if you're in your Windows, just click the search button on your taskbar and just type system information. Open it. It should show a fucking window. And wait, where is it? There should be something that says BIOS version /date or anything BIOS version, and go to your motherboard's website. Just fucking what is it? Go to the, I think, support tab. Anything that has the support tab in it, or download. If you see something like that, then it's gonna take you to another page where you can download the drivers, BIOS updates. Go to the BIOS updates. There should be some fucking listings in there about the versions. And there should be at least fucking warnings about the stuff. Like don't use this specific CPU if you're upgrading to this BIOS stuff. And in case that happens, there's actually a very simple way to fix that. You can actually just flash the BIOS version that supports your CPU. The only downside is this is why I'm keeping the motherboard for my upcoming, hopefully upcoming CPU update or CPU upgrade, whatever. You can actually just install the BIOS version that supports your CPU, and there's only one big catch. If you're in the middle of that BIOS update or flashing that version of BIOS and electricity cuts off, yeah, your motherboard is bricked. It's dead. It's fucking dead. Just throw it out. It's dead. You basically killed your motherboard. Yeah, that's the very crucial part. It's easy but not easy in a sense, because yeah, there's a huge catch. That's why I'm not gonna do it, because lately there's been a lot of what is it? Fucking power cutoff, electricity fluctuations and stuff. Looking at my motherboard right now. But yeah, when when I figured that it's the biased version, I'm like, okay, let's swap the motherboard then. Power outage? Yeah, it's a very frequent power outage. I can't buy a, what is it, UPS? Because it's so fucking expensive, dude. I only have a fucking surge protector here with paired with this fucking beefy as fuck heavyweight fucking AVR, and that's about it. Which is I can actually trust this one because it is a legit company brand that I'm using right now. And yeah, damn, it's a very tough fucking shit. War flashback on AVR. Never cheap out on AVR because, yeah, especially in your power supply, yeah, because that can kill a lot of components in your PC. Because if your power supply malfunction during while what is it? While your PC is running? If you have a... If you're using a PC and suddenly your power supply decides like, you know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die right now, bro. You can't stop me, bro. I'm gonna die right now. It can potentially kill your motherboard alongside with your CPU and RAM sticks, like all together. Yeah, because if something blows up in your power supply, it's gonna fucking perform a fucking power surge inside your PC that's gonna fucking overvolt everything. And yeah, it can damage your motherboard, your CPU, your RAM. Hell, even it can kill your entire system. It's more of like at that point it's more of like a miracle. It's just a miracle to see if one of your components fucking survived, since everything is connected to the power supply. That's why you don't cheap out on that. That's basically the most important thing when building a PC. Gumagana na yung computer, sayang skills mo. Yeah, boy. Hindi na computer sayang. Finally, hindi na tayo computer sayang. True, to be fair. Yeah. So basically, there's a thing that called ratings on your power supply, and choose something that has an 80 plus rating. At least get the bronze, 80 plus bronze, because yeah, I think the idea is like it can still what is it? Squeeze enough voltage for your PC so it doesn't get suffocated or something like parang hindi makulangan. Parang hindi makulangan yung voltage requirements because we all have this fucking beefy as fuck GPUs nowadays. Let's say the RTX GPUs, and there's also power hungry fucking CPU like the Threadrippers. Anything that has a fucking multi-threading shit that goes beyond 100 TDP, 100 watt TDP. Is that the term? And every graphics card have a recommended and minimum power supply requirements, something like that. And what you're looking for is something that just the right amount where you can leave a headroom for just in case you want to upgrade your CPU to a more power hungry, or if you want to overclock your system. Yeah, because overclocking means you're pushing your components to its what is it? What do you call that? To its limit? Rated schmuckle? Yeah, something like that. Yung computer daw gusto mag-data mining pero nag-shut off operation. Ay? Damn. So yeah, that's something you should look out for. You can cheap out on your RAM sticks. You can always cheap out on your motherboard. As long as it has the support for the CPU you're going with. You can cheap out with your drives, with your let's say SSDs, NVMEs and stuff. You can cheap out on your CPU. But yeah, never cheap out on your power supply, because if power supply breaks, there's a fucking high chance everything in your PC dead. It's better safe than sorry by that time. And yeah, investing on a very high rated power supplies, like anything that's 80 plus gold, which ensures way more safety on your PC in case you're going to overclock or there's a huge fucking power surge happening. You don't have to get the 1000 watt power supplies, because yeah, that's way too overkill. It's not gonna affect your PC at any point, but yeah, it's just overkill, because unless you're going to use Crossfire or what is it? SLI? It's like something using two graphics card at the same time, but I don't think that's a thing anymore these days, since GPUs right now are way too powerful than it should. Is 400 to 300 enough? 400 watt or 300 watt? Oh, actually that depends. A lot of things, a lot of PC that's not running GPUs actually just uses 300 or 350 watt. They even use the most generic ones. Yeah. You only need a beefy if you. The only time you're gonna go with a fucking over the top power supply if you're going to use something like a Threadripper that runs fucking wait, how many threads does a Threadripper has? AMD Threadripper. Oh, so it doesn't. Threadripper doesn't have a 5000 series yet. Damn. Where is it? Oh, okay. So, Ryzen Threadripper 3990X have 64 cores and 128 threads. The default TDP is 280 watt. Yes, you heard that. 280 watts. That's the required I think that's the minimum required stuff. Power supply. And yeah, it's 280 watts. You need something like at least a 400 watt for just for the CPU alone, because this thing can be overclocked, and by overclocking it you need to push the fucking 280 watt fucking TDP on this thing. And okay, what's the most powerful? Okay, RTX is 3080 Ti. Do we have 3090 Ti? Is that a... Oh, not yet. Okay, let's say 3090. What's the default TDP for this shit? Let me just check real quick. Okay. The RTX 3090 recommends a minimum power supply size of 850 watts. Now, if you're gonna pair it with a fucking Threadripper because you're a fucking you're a 3D artist, 3D animator and stuff, you'll need a fucking 1000 fucking watt power supply for that. And power supplies that's gold rated, I mean, the one I have right now is I think 550. Is this 550 or 650? And I got it for I fucking got it for what is it? how much was it? 130 $130 for a fucking 650 watt power supply that's gold rated. So if I'm gonna go with beefier than that, something 1050 watt power supply, that's gonna cost me around 200. Especially if you're going to get fucking branded power supplies, because the only downside of that is that it's expensive, but also it is a good investment, to say the least, and it's guaranteed it's gonna protect your PC from any out of control overvolting or your PSU malfunctioning, because it is made from a very trusty companies and stuff. And yeah, that's why I also replaced my power supply, because I was suspecting that the reason why my previous graphics card fucking caught on fire is a power supply issue. Because I saw the thing that blew up. It's something that converts... Was it convert? I don't know, it's something in between the connector itself to the fucking R47 chip? Was it a chip? Was that a chip or just a capacitor? So it's basically, yeah, there's a very small capacitor or transistor between that thing. It fucking blew up. And there's only one reason that thing will blow up. It's because of something over voltage. And yeah, that fucking killed my GPU. And hopefully this time, yeah, since I have a much better power supply, it's a... Wait, I don't even remember what power supply is this. I only remember it being 80 plus gold. Just to actually make sure I don't break this PC again, I don't fry anything. Wait, let me check. What is this? What the hell is this? Oh yeah, it is a Cooler Master MWE Gold 650 full modular. It's a modular shit. Which is very convenient because... Okay, let's talk about power supply. Let's talk about different power supply stuff. There's the regular one and there's a modular one. Modular means you can choose what cables you want to plug in. Like, you know, when you have, I think, okay, hey, are you still here? Because there are stuff that there are cables you don't really need, especially the fucking Molex. The Molex pins. Who used that? Who even used that right now? Okay, hey, okay, you're still here. Nice. Okay, so how many cables in your power supply that you don't actually use? there's a fuck ton of it, right? Because I'm gonna guess right now the only connectors you use from your power supply is the 24 pin, the 8 pin for your CPU, and a fucking SATA power cable for your hard drive. I'm gonna guess that's it. Meanwhile, there's a lot of fucking unnecessary fucking cables that's just hanging around, right? So the thing is, if you're using a modular power supply, you can just choose what cables you need, the most important ones, like the 24 pins for the motherboard, the 8 pins or sometimes 6 pins for the CPU, the SATA power connector for your hard drives, and lastly another 8 pins for your graphics card. And just that. And sometimes there's a fuck ton of fucking SATA fucking power cables that's fucking hanging around, especially fucking Molex connectors. Who the fuck uses that nowadays? I don't know. Why are they not getting rid of the Molex connectors? It's not even being used right now. So yeah, that's the purpose of modular power supply. Yeah, you can choose what cables you need. I saw my school uses. Oh, for the older systems, yeah, they probably need that. For the very, very old systems, like if we're talking about 10 years ago, fucking office PCs and stuff, yeah, I think they still use Molex for the for the system fans, yeah. yeah. Like Windows Office, yeah, something that's running Windows 10. Windows 10? No. Windows XP, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Anything that runs Windows XP, then yeah, that's they always have that what is it? Case that includes a system fan that uses Molex. And I think during that, even the hard drives, the hard disk drives, uses Molex, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, hard drives before uses Molex, not the flat connector, not the one that looks like a SATA cable, SATA plug. Damn, that was kind of nostalgic. Yeah, they use Molex. Yeah. Damn. And I think the only time you're gonna need Molex these days is if you're going to like build a PC that has a custom water loop. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. A custom water loop or some shit. Because water pumps uses Molex. At least most of the water pumps I saw uses Molex. I can drink water a little later. Yes, sure. I'll drink water. I'll drink me some water. Okay, so what are the other things you need to look out for when upgrading your PC? Oh yeah. The graphics card scam. The graphics card scam. I think you guys can do a simple search on this. Every PCOS also has a specs to follow. Yeah, for Windows 10 you need at least I think 8 gigs of RAM for smoother operation. And for CPU, I think as long as it's not 2 decades old, then yeah, I think it still has a support for that. As long as it's not DDR2 or something, I think Windows 10 still have a support for DDR3 machines. So let's talk about graphics card, because this is another thing that a lot of people fall face plant on it. If you go to, I think, was it Lazada? Sa Lazada ko ba nakita? Lazada, Amazon, okay, let me just search a 1050 Ti, and hopefully I see those fakes. There it is. I'll just do a fucking screenshot of this. I'll just do a fucking screenshot of this thing. Bear with me, guys. This is gonna take a little while. Fuck, I can't type. Fuck. Where's the fucking N? There it is. I can't even fucking spell MS Paint. So, okay. Shit. I almost fucking saved it in a fucking thing. Okay, another fucking clue. Take this as a fucking tip. So if one of you plans to upgrade or build your first PC, at least you're aware. At least I get to help with the awareness of this schmuckle. Okay, let's add a fucking image. Let's just put something like that and import the fucking thing. Okay, there it is. If it looks like that, it's more likely it's a fake thing. This is fake. Sometimes it disguises itself as a brand, as a newer version of the card, like RTX fucking 3090. A fucking a lot of newer stuff that's not actually it. And the only stuff that you need to remember when buying graphics card, if you're not sure, check the rear I/O. If it has this thing in the middle, I don't know if you guys can see the. Is it visible? Is my mouse visible? I don't think so. Ah, shit. Fuck. How do I make it visible? Shit. Fuck. Ah, okay, whatever. So, if you're going to buy something like NVIDIA 1000 series, like 1050, 1660, 1080, 1060, 1070, anything that's as long as it's a GTX fucking series, a 1000 series, GTX fucking 1050 or above. If you cheek if you cheek I'm starting to hate my life. If you check the rear I/O and you see this if you see this certain connector, it's more or less fake, because NVIDIA cards stopped having this VGA connectors or VGA outputs in their cards. The last GPU NVIDIA included this thing is, I think, the 500 series, the 550, 560. Oh no. No. It's the 700 series, because yeah, I saw 750 Ti with this thing, and it's legit, which is, yeah, this thing only exists in GT 700 below. So if you see someone selling a graphics card saying it is 1050 Ti, 1060, 1080, 1070 RTX shit, and it has this certain connector to it, it's fake. Okay, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. What else should we talk about? Oh yeah, of course, RAM sticks. A lot of people just fucking buy stuff without actually checking what's compatible and what's not. So in terms of RAM, there's something like called wait, was that bandwidth or what? If you have a very new motherboard, like something like okay, I'm very sorry about this because I'm such an AMD fanboy. Fanboy. That's why I only know stuff in AMD. Okay, so let's say you have a fucking B50 motherboard, which got released, I think, this year or last year. Was it last year? I think last year, yeah. And you have existing memory sticks, RAMs, yeah. But the thing is, that's DDR3. You have a DDR3 RAM sticks. If you put that in your newer board, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna see a black screen staring at you. I'm not even sure if it fits to the newer RAM slot in DDR4 motherboards. I think so. I don't think so. Also, for other people using something like have 4 slots of RAM, a very trick for that to make use of the dual channel is always put the RAM stick on second and fourth slot. I can't explain that further because I'm not really sure, but it has something to do with the dual channel stuff, which is faster than having... Okay, here's the thing. If you have something like a 16 gig RAM stick, a single RAM stick, and slap it on the fucking PC, yeah, maybe it's gonna work perfectly fine. But if you have 8 gigs of RAM sticks using the dual channel, yeah, that's faster than single stick. It's because of what is it? Faster access for what is it? Resources? Stick it when it fits. If it fits, I sit. About the compatibility for your RAM sticks, if you have, I think you can see the motherboard. You can see the motherboard itself if it says DDR4, because most of the time companies include that info. It's written next to the RAM slots. As for the compatibility issues, yeah, but that only exists in newer Ryzen CPU from AMD. That's why you will find something like RAM sticks that says it's optimized for AMD. It's optimized for what is it? Ryzen CPU. It's because that is actually optimized for your Ryzen CPU. I think it has something to do with the clock timings or clock latency. That's what is it? Yeah, the memory timings. Okay, this is why am I talking about this? Anyway, let's continue. Who knows? Okay, the cache latency. That's the word. It's the cache latency. Yeah. I think that only happens to AMD processors. That there has to be something like it has to be this certain Ryzen CPU has to work with this cache latency on the memory timings of the RAM. Because if it's not running that fucking memory timing, then it's gonna fucking CPU is gonna fucking go, oh, I am not understood, I die. Oh, what this, I'm not understand. Yeah, CPU go boom boom. CPU down in the boom boom. So it's just AMD and no issues in Intel. I can't tell for sure about Intel because I've seen threads on Reddit also talking about that. Like Intel CPUs only running perfectly fine with this cache latency or memory timings, whatever it's called. I even forgot what is it. But yeah. But I would say it's more common issue in AMD, and that's it. It happens a lot on AMD processors. Like yeah, they only have to function with this certain memory timings. Another thing is what is it? If you're going to buy a RAM, a lot of people also do this mistake because they always get this fast as fuck memories, like running 3200 megahertz or let's say 4000 megahertz. And their CPU only supports 2400 megahertz. And they're like, oh no, why my CPU not run on its advertised fucking clock speed? Oh no, I got scammed. No, it's because CPUs are the one that's what is it? Are the ones that limiting your RAM. Did I say it right? Did I say that right? So basically, yeah, there are certain there are CPUs that has a certain RAM clock speed limit, So let's say Hayes PC, since I know his I know what PC he got. His CPU only supports 2400 megahertz clock speed for his RAM, and a lot of people just doesn't read stuff. Wrong gigahertz, basically. Yeah, wrong frequency. Okay, so a lot of people will just assume that yeah, oh, it's just this, it's just that, it should run like, right? It's RAM DDR4, it's RAM DDR4, right? Yeah, my motherboard DDR4, my CPU supports DDR4, this memory, yeah, no problem. No, it's not that it can it's better if you what is it, just fucking read your system requirements, especially on your CPU, because yeah, a lot of people will just buy this fucking overkill fucking RAMs. Like I remember this one friend of mine was trying to buy this fucking Trident Z RAM, and it's like 130, and I think it's because it's one of those higher clocked RAM. It's running at 4000 megahertz. Was it Trident Z? I even forgot what brand visit or what lineup. And his CPU only supports 2400 megahertz. And I was like explaining to him, like, you're just gonna waste your fucking money unless you're going to upgrade your CPU. I was like, nah, trust me, bro, it's gonna work. And later that night, he messaged me like, yo, dude, is there any way I can overclock this thing? Yo, can I overclock this fucking RAM, bro? Is there any way I can overclock it so I can make it run to its advertised fucking so I can make it run to its advertised speed? Unfortunately, bro, no. Just because you can overclock it to I mean, yeah, you can I think overclock it, but it's gonna be capped with your CPU. The RAM speed is gonna get capped with your CPU. Because yeah, certain CPUs only run at 24 megahertz RAM. Some runs around 32 megahertz. Something what? Other go around 3000 megahertz. And newer fucking CPUs like, I think 5600 from Ryzen, or 5700 or 5800, I don't know. Yeah, they can go beyond the 32 megahertz. They even run around 4000 megahertz. And yeah, you only do RAM overclocking if something like Okay, this is probably the most case scenario if you're going to overclock your RAM, is if your CPU supports RAM that runs, let's say 3200 megahertz, and your RAM is only 24 megahertz, and you want to overclock your RAM so it matched the CPU requirements, then yeah, that's possible. But if you have a RAM that has a higher clock speed than your CPU's max RAM speed, I don't think it's gonna work. Even if you overclock your CPU, yeah, that's not gonna work, I think. Trust me, because I tried. And another thing, there's also motherboards that doesn't support certain RAM clock speeds. Just like my B350, it only supports RAMs that run 2666 megahertz, and my RAM is run my RAM here runs around 3200 megahertz. My CPU can handle around 3000 megahertz, but my motherboard is limiting the RAM speed into 2666 megahertz. So yeah, it's running just that. It will just reduce the HP of the PC, or better yet, your RAM. Nah, it's only RAM. But that's why a lot of RAMs also right now has heat sinks. Yep, that's why some RAMs have heat sinks. You need a new motherboard. Well, what I need right now is a new CPU that supports the BIOS version of that new motherboard I have. That's what I need. I don't need another motherboard. Yeah. I think the what is it? The recommended wait, what was the operating temperature? Was it that? Oh yeah, the max operating temperature for RAM is actually low. And the RAM sticks doesn't really what is it? It doesn't really get really that hot for the RAMs. But yeah, for safety measures, yeah, they started adding heat sinks, so you can what is it? Have a better and more stable overclocking for your RAMs. Ayan, sige, kaya mo yan. Gagi. But yeah, most of the time, you don't really overclock your RAM. Just buy the thing. Or if your RAM can handle overclocking, go ahead. Go ahead, it's not gonna affect the thing anyway. I mean, in terms of gamings, yeah, my RAM is rated for what is it? My RAM is rated for 3200 megahertz, but the catch is my CPU only supports 3000 megahertz, and my motherboard only supports 2666 megahertz. Ah, Imoto, hello. Ay, hayop. They joke. Okay, where were we? Okay, yeah, RAM sticks. Okay, RAM sticks. So my motherboard only supports 2666 megahertz. So now, okay, this is what we call bottleneck. So yeah, everything is bottlenecking in my system right now, which is not really a problem for me, because I'm not even doing some fucking extreme fucking stuff like 3D rendering for a fucking high quality 3D animations and stuff. Yeah. Or I don't do fucking heavy video editing that needs a fucking hyper threading. So it's bottlenecking everything, but it's not really that degrading the performance, because yeah, I think when I swapped out the motherboard, I saw my memory, my RAM running at 3000 megahertz instead of 2666 megahertz. I'm like, oh, so my fucking, what? My motherboard is restricting my RAM all along? Is that why whenever I try to overclock it to 3000 megahertz, my PC crashes? I see! So that's how it is! And yeah, basically that's what happened. I mean, it's all trial and errors, basically. You try until you fail. Also, another reason why I've been playing a lot of Apex this past few days is I'm trying to force a system error, like on purpose. So, if ever my PC okay, what am I trying to say? If my PC is actually fixed, then if I do all this fucking stuff, this PC is not gonna fucking crash. Now I need to prove that theory that it's not gonna crash because it's fixed. Okay, so what game should I play? Of course, the most graphics intensive game, Apex. And at first, when I swapped out the motherboard to my previous one, I was getting stutters. I'm like, oh no. And if that happens to you guys, you guys are probably running Discord. Just turn off the, what is it? Hardware acceleration in the advanced option. Just turn off the thing and that's it, you're good to go. Easy fix. It's a very easy fix. Tara Apex until kaboom. Ay, gidi. I gotta go, bumisita lang. Okay, Moto. I'm actually gonna end the stream in a bit. I'm also gonna end the stream in a little bit. Because this stream was supposed to be just 20 minutes long. Yeah, this is basically a look back from the past, where I planned to just test stream for 20 minutes. I ended up streaming for almost fucking 3 hours. 3 hours. And yeah. So this stream is also just a test stream, actually, to see if my internet bandwidth, what is this? What is it called? This thing that says, I don't even know, what is this? I think the connection between OBS and basically the internet connection between OBS and YouTube. Because I accidentally clicked auto set up the fucking OBS and it seems like it's working fine. I think. I'm not even sure. And yeah. Oh, another thing why I changed my motherboard before. It's not just about the what is it? It's not even about the GPU. It's because of what is it? The USB ports in this fucking PC, the one I have right now, the USB ports at the back, only 3 of them works. So the rest of the USB ports, yeah, it's dead. I think it's dead. Only 3 works. So I had to buy a USB hub I had to buy a USB hub so I can connect. Because the only functioning USB ports at the back of this PC is only 3. It's not gonna fit on my peripherals here, because sure, let's the keyboard, the mouse, the audio interface, and the webcam. I need this 4 stuff here, and I had to improvise, like maybe let's buy a fucking USB hub. Don't mind if I do. So I did. It worked. Also, this fucking USB hub, fucking 2 of the fucking port also died. So you can only use the 2 ports in the middle. And on my PC, it's now populated by the webcam and my audio interface. So, yeah, there it is. Why is everything breaking around you? I don't know. Have I told you guys about me almost breaking my fucking wrist? I think I talked about that in the previous stream. Everything around me is broken. My wrist is almost broken. And on top of that, I'm broke. I'm literally a broken man at this point. So, yeah, I think I'll be fully back next week. How's your wrist now, by the way? It's fine, I guess. It still hurts, but yeah, I think it does still, it does hurt, but only when I'm trying to push myself up. And you're also having a mental breakdown. Oh dude, when I was trying to fix this fucking PC, trying to figure out what's wrong, I was crying. I got so depressed. Like, what am I gonna do if this thing doesn't work? What am I gonna do? I ran out of fucking thing. I ran out of things to do. What is this? I can't do anything with it. I'm trying to ask my other friend on Discord, like, yeah. Wait, I think I should just name him. Nah. I think we should name him because he helped me a lot. Yeah, it's Konabi. He deserved a fucking award for that. For putting up with my shit. For 2 fucking whole day. He helped me fucking troubleshoot my stuff, and as I was doing it, like we're almost running out of fucking options. I'm like, what the if this doesn't fix installing Windows, that I don't know. Which, yeah, it didn't fix it. The problem still persists. And I was just curling on my chair and I was sobbing like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? How am I gonna fix this? It's like, wait, why am I? Oh, I thought my character glitched. Because yeah, at that time, we really have no idea what was happening. Because when I reinstalled Windows on the new motherboard, using the new motherboard, just installing the Windows, I got, I think, 4 blue screens that has 4 different errors. I think the first one I talked about that on the other stream, which is the AMD PPM, which is just the power management stuff, which is easy to fix. The thing is, the other oh no, there's only 3, but it occurs 4 times. Yeah. So yeah, it's the AMD PPM. The wait, what was the other one? Something that has to do with driver and RAM. And the other one is just fucking what was it? Oh my god, I even forgot. Yeah, it's about something like clock speed. It has something to do with the clock speed of the CPU. And I was so confused. Like, why am I getting blue screen with different errors? And even Konabi was so confused about that, and we were like, it's not supposed to do that because you just installed a fresh copy of Windows. And yeah, I don't even have the drivers installed because in my mind it has something to do with the drivers. Like installing the drivers and stuff, so I didn't install things. And at first it kind of worked, but then yeah, it didn't. Damn. So yeah, I think I'll be fully back by next week. I hope so. I certainly hope so. Please take rest for your mental stability. I'm actually Akuma's Wild Ride. Yeah. It was a fucking roller coaster. It's a fucking yeah, it's pretty much a fucking roller coaster. It's really wild. So I guess yeah, that's also it for me for now. Wait, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Damn. Okay, I think that's it for today. I'll see you next week. It's not guaranteed though, because I still have to do stuff. it's not guaranteed that I can stream on Wednesday, but I'll just post stuff in my server. Yeah, I think that's it. Damn. This was supposed to be a fucking 20-minute just catching up stream, like explaining what was happening and stuff, and it ended up being a fucking 2-hour stream of me just talking shit. Short stream is non-existent. Yep. But yeah, hopefully everything goes back to normal next week. I really want to go back into working on my stuff, but half of it went missing. Also, I need to get my hopefully Kage still have the copy of the stream overlays. Hopefully. I hope so. I hope so? Yeah. Stretch. All of you stretch. Stretch with me. Posture check. I hope you guys aren't doing shrimp pose. I hope none of you are doing the shrimp pose. Alright, ArtKuma. I'll see you next week probably. I'll just yeah, you guys will know because I'm gonna create another schedule stream, or I'll just post it in the server. Also, for those who didn't know, I have a new server. Just click the thing, the description. I updated the... Wait, did I? Oh yeah, it is updated. I have updated the Discord link in my description. So for those who didn't know, yeah, I have a new server. Fucking join. Because why fucking not? Right? Just fucking join. Come on. So we get more people to join. We need to convert them. We need to convert them. It's a trap. Nah, it's not a trap. He hasn't fed me in days. You're a deity. You're immortal. You don't need food. What do you mean? For the sake of efficiency and saving up money, you're immortal. So food doesn't matter. Alright? I'm gonna go yeet. I'll go yeet. Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's almost 11. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I think that's it. Bye bye, Minna. Oyasumi, oyasumi, nyasumi, nyasumi. You guys better get some rest as well. Yeah, I'll see you next week. This is going to be a very short outro. This is the only outro I found because I lost my outro as well. Right, bye bye. Bye bye, bye bye.
Fucking subscribe!